Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ashley, and today's video, I think, is the start of our birth vlog. I've been having contractions on and off for maybe like a day or two now. There hasn't been any pattern yet, but they're getting stronger. And yesterday, TMI, but it's a birth vlog, so you're gonna have to just deal with it. I was having some like pink tinted discharge, and then towards the end of the day, it looked like just bits and pieces of my mucus plug coming out. And a little bit of like spotting, and they say like spotting is okay as long as it's not like a ton of blood. So today I had my 40-week appointment because I went past my due date. I'm 40 weeks and 4 or 5 days pregnant right now. And I had my 40-week appointment, so I went in and I decided to get checked. Just because I've been having like spotting and I want to make sure everything's good. So baby's been moving, her heart rate is good, and they checked me and I'm 3 centimeters dilated, 50% effaced, and she can feel the baby's head. So I think we're in the right direction. Now it's just a matter of waiting for my contractions to get closer together, because they said for now it's like the 511 rule. The 1011 was for preterm labor. So 511 meaning the contractions are 5 minutes apart, at least 1 minute in length, and it has to last for about an hour. So we have that going. It is currently 7:45 p.m. and I've already had quite a few strong ones, and the last 2 that I've had have been super painful on my low back. So I just took a shower and it helped. Sitting helps too, and I know like I don't want to sit for a long time because it kind of like prolongs everything. So I've been we're moving, so we're emptying a closet. I have boxes everywhere. It's a real fun time in this household right now. But yeah, my husband's upstairs giving my daughter a bath. I should say our daughter a bath. And he's gonna put her to sleep. He made dinner, and I'm just trying to relax. I was a little bit emotional not too long ago, like an hour ago. I was just like sitting on the floor crying. Just because like these are the last few days, last few moments where it's just like I have one baby, and I don't know, I hope that I'm able to share the love, and that Camila won't be like mad at me. I don't want her to be jealous, and I don't want her to be upset with me because I'm giving attention to another baby. I don't think she would, but you never know with babies. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted as things progress, but as of right now, my contractions are everywhere. They're like sporadic. There's no pattern, no nothing yet. So I'll keep you posted.
I've been dreaming about you. Wish I knew what you were up to. Wish I can hit you up.
Oh my gosh, she's got the whole toothbrush in her mouth. Cuidado con eso. Okay, buenas noches. Good night.
Dale beso a mami. Annabelle sa mommy. Night night, mommy. Night night.
Okay, so it is 10:15, and since we last spoke, I've gone about 2 contractions. They're kind of happening every hour, so I'm having like 1 contraction an hour. And they're so painful. I'm honestly kind of scared, but I've realized that if I have like my pelvis open, so if I have like my knees wide set apart and I lean forward, it makes the contractions less intense. So that's what I've been trying to do, is just like keeping the pelvis open because it makes it less painful in my opinion. So I'm actually kind of nervous about sleeping because the contractions are a lot more intense when I'm laying down. So keep you updated.
I'ma set up a TV and I like you to be with me. We could laugh about nothing at all. I'ma set up a TV and I like you to be with me. We could laugh about nothing at all. Truth is,
Last night I had contractions that were about 15-30 minutes apart, and they're so painful. It's like all on my back. That's like, I feel some of the pain on the front, but it's all on my back, and sometimes I can feel her moving during the contraction and like putting just even more pressure on my back, and I just want to like jump out of my skin. It just like hurts so bad. But when I woke up this morning, they were gone. The contractions were gone. And I've literally had, it is 2:45, and I have literally had 6 or 7 contractions today. So it's like not enough to take this baby out of here. I'm assuming that I probably dilated more. So maybe I'm like 4 centimeters dilated, maybe 5, I don't know, who knows. But gosh, it's painful, and I'm exhausted because I haven't been able to like sleep really well. And I just lay down, like I noticed that when I lay down, my contractions are just horrible. They're so bad, and it's better for me to be like sitting upright. That way when I'm getting a contraction, I kind of lean forward and open up my legs, and it just gives me a little bit of relief on my back. So just now I was like falling asleep, and like my head just kept going off. I was like, I'm just gonna lay down, whatever. And I laid down, and I just had the strongest contraction. So I think laying down changes her position around or something, I don't know. But the point of this is that I feel like the past 2 nights I've had the first night, 2 nights ago, I had contractions like every hour. Pretty painful. Last night, I had contractions like every 15 to 30 minutes. Very painful. And I'm like, okay, I still have tonight, and I still have Friday night. I'm just hoping that either my water breaks, because when your water breaks, you have to go get induced, and all I want is an epidural. That's all I keep thinking about. I'm like, I just want to sleep. I want to take a nap. I'm so tired. So I'm looking forward to the epidural. But for now, I'm just dealing with it as is. Kudos to all the moms who do this natural all the way till they push their baby out. I don't know. That sounds really crazy, but I'll keep you guys posted. Okay. I look insane. It's 2:45 a.m. so technically it's Friday, January 28th. I didn't really get too many contractions during the day today. I got them pretty much all now, and I have an app on my phone, and I've been tracking them as best as I can, and they're about 15 to 30 minutes apart. That's it. It's not getting any more close, and this is the third night in a row where I feel like I just can't sleep. It's every 15-30 minutes I'm up and in pain. The pain is not as intense. I think maybe either I'm either like getting used to the pain because it's been like 3 days now, or she like switched positions. Either way, it's one day closer to the day of induction because I think that's when it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna be induced. This is not happening on its own. She's just chilling in there. So that's the update that I have for today, and we'll see how we progress this Friday. All right, keep you posted.
I just wanna truth is, I just wanna.
I think the last update I gave you guys was like 2:45 in the morning, and I wanted to say that I did have a lot more contractions at night. They continued, and maybe at like 5 or 6 they kind of stopped, and then throughout the day I've had just a few here and there. But I went for a walk, we went to the post office, we picked up some mail. I went to Once Upon a Child and picked up, they were having a sale, and I picked up 20 onesies for $10, so I picked some up for Camila. What else did we do? We have a list. Yeah, I'm doing laundry. We did a little Instacart, and it's ready to go for when we come back from the hospital to order it. And now I'm just kind of trying to organize still a little bit, so that it's not a whole lot we need to do tomorrow, because tomorrow is day of induction, and we're taking my dog to my in-laws. Then my daughter is going with my parents, and I think they're coming over to pick her up because it's just easier. My back is hurting. The contractions haven't been so bad on my back, but I still do have a little like back pain when I get a contraction. But yeah, I'm assuming that it's tomorrow night that's gonna happen, and we'll have a baby by Sunday. So I don't think, I'm not hopeful that it's gonna happen tonight, just because I feel the same way as I have been these past few days. I will say that I'm feeling a lot of pressure down here. I know she's low on my pelvis. Let's see if I can get you. I'll put on her top here. She's pretty low, and I'm just feeling a
lot of pressure. Yeah. Hey, come here. What are you doing, girl? What are those? So as I'm organizing one corner of my house, she messes up the other. It's just how it goes. So, keep you guys posted, I guess. Yeah, that's as far as that vlog got. I have a few clips postpartum that I'll share with you after this. That night, that was a Friday night, and I think the last update was at night. Well, not the update, was at night. And after that, you know, we put our daughter to sleep and I went to go take a shower. My contractions had started because, as you guys have noticed, the pattern that I was getting was my contractions were happening at night. And during the day I was getting some, but not like a whole lot. And I went to go take a shower and I had a contraction. And that had been the scariest contraction that I had experienced by far, because to me, it felt like the baby was coming, like she was making her way out. And I freaked out. I got out of the shower and I sat on the toilet because I thought that maybe like putting pressure would have been better, but somehow sitting on the toilet made it worse. And I got up, went to the bed, yelled out for my husband in a full panic because I thought I was about to have the baby in the shower. So he comes with his voice of reasoning and he's like, let's wait for another contraction and see if it feels like that. If it feels like that, then we go to the hospital. I got many other contractions and it didn't feel like that. So I was like, okay, maybe it was just like taking a shower, relaxed all the muscles, and it just made it feel like the baby was coming, but maybe that's just not the case. So we go to bed and I was getting contractions. I was timing them and a little app that I had on my phone, and they were all over the place still, you know, 15 minutes apart, 30 minutes apart, 40 minutes apart, and then they would last like anywhere between 40 seconds to like 3 minutes. They were just all over the place. There was no pattern, no nothing. At about 4:30 in the morning, the contraction that I had at that time was the contraction that made me feel like I was going to have the baby on my bed. I was for sure in my head, I was going to have the baby here in my house on that bed, unmedicated. And I was like, I woke my husband up. I'm like, the baby's coming out. The baby's coming out. We need to go. So of course, oh, I should mention that after I took a shower and I had that contraction, my husband was like, let's plan ahead in case this happens. So he loaded up the truck with all of our bags and stuff. So if it were to have happened, you know, we were quick on the go, we could get on the truck and just go. So sure enough, at 4:30, I got that feeling. It was incredibly painful, incredibly strong, lots of pressure. It just felt like she was coming out. Very traumatic for me. So we gather our things, we wake up our daughter, we take her with us because I am not waiting an hour for my parents to come pick her up. They're gonna pick her up at the hospital because I can't. I'm gonna have the baby here. So we drive to the hospital. Thankfully, it's not that far away, and at 4:30, there's no traffic, so thank God for that. And we got there super duper fast. And I get to the triage, and the lady at the front desk, I'm sure she hears it all the time where people are like, my baby's coming out or whatever. So she was very like, okay. How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Where do you live? Can you sign this? Like very peaceful. And I'm like, woman, I'm about to have this baby in this wheelchair. Please get me in there. So as they're getting me in there, I'm getting a contraction. And you guys, I'm like, this baby is coming out. She's coming out. And sure enough, they checked me. The midwife came in super fast. She checked me and she's like, you are complete. The baby's head is right there, and we gotta go because you're gonna have this baby now. I knew it. I felt it. It was so painful. It was just, ugh. I'm never gonna forget it.
So everybody's in a panic, rushing. They're wheeling me, running up to the floor where you like give birth. And they take me into the room. Everybody's setting everything up. It's like, I don't know. There's a lot of people in the room. They're telling me to like try to switch over to the other bed. And I'm like, if I move, this baby's coming out. Like she's gonna go on the floor. Like, you guys ready for that? But anyway, I was able to move over just fine. And when I was like, please let me have an epidural. Please let me get an epidural. Nope. She was like, honey, the baby's head is right there. It is way too late for an epidural. I was like, oh my goodness, please do not tell me that. Ugh. So here is the actual birth story. I pushed for an hour. So she was there, she was right there, but she was facing like up, I guess. She was the opposite direction of what normal babies come out like. And so like her little profile was trying to make it through like the pelvis, and she was pushing off my back. So I was having back labor. And she just had a hard time getting her face through there. But after pushing for an hour, she finally came out. They were like, when you feel the ring of fire, do not run away from it, push into it. And I was like, the ring of fire? Like, is that what they call it? Definitely felt like my vagina was on fire. So ring of fire would be an accurate description. I don't want any more children. Let's just say that I don't want any more. I think we're done. We're closing up shop. But I will say that after giving birth to her, I was on cloud 9. I felt like a superhero. I was so proud of myself. I was like, did I just push out a whole human out of my body without being numb? Wow. It's just, there's nothing like it. It still feels good to say. So
I've been dreaming about you. Wish I knew what you were up to. Wish I can hit you up just to say I'ma set up a TV and I like you to be with me. We could laugh about nothing at all. I'ma set up a TV and I like you to be with me. We could laugh about.
do I regret how things happened, or am I sad about how it happened? I guess not. It is kind of like a crazy birth story. I'm glad I didn't have her here at the house. And I guess I'm excited to say that I had that experience of giving birth without medication, without an epidural, totally natural. So my last birth was induced and I had an epidural, and it was the easiest. Well, I say easiest now because I know better, but it was a fairly easy birth, easy going, nothing intense happened. I was present in the moment, although I will say I was present in the moment with this one too. The recovery was much longer because I tore a lot. I had a lot of stitching. And when you get an epidural, you gotta wait a couple hours for you to be able to get up and walk around and stuff like that. But this time around, I did not tear. I didn't have any tearing, which is incredible considering that I pushed her out without an epidural, and I just feel like, you know, tensing up and stuff like that because you can feel everything would have caused tearing, but it didn't. I'm glad it didn't. I feel like $1 million now. That's a lie. I definitely felt like I got hit by a truck. I think it took like a day or two to, like, for the euphoria to kind of wear off the adrenaline, the whatever was blocking those sensations of like soreness and pain, because then I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely had a baby without an epidural, and I felt my whole body. I pushed that baby out with everything that I had. I gave it my all, and I'm glad that she came out. So she was born at 7:34 a.m. She weighed 7 pounds, 9 ounces. She was 21 inches long, and she's like the cutest little baby. She gave me a wild ride. I have a wild story. That's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. All because of that baby. That's the birth vlog. Am I missing anything? So I have this birth vlog. I have like the first 24 hours also recorded at the hospital. And then thinking that maybe I'll do like a 1 week postpartum video too, like of my body, just so that you can see that process of your body trying to recover and repair and get back to its new normal, because it will never be the same. it just won't. But those are the videos I have planned. If there's anything else that you guys want to see from me, of course, let me know in the comments down below, and follow me on Instagram. My handle I will put on the screen here so you can see. It's at Nashley Martoral. You can find me on there, and I will post lots of pictures of my babies and my journey as a mom of 2 now, so that's crazy. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, then give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell notification so that you are notified when I post a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.